Hello and welcome to trail running. When I was at Flower Moon, I was doing the announcements and I said, raise your hand if this is your first ever trail run. And so many people shot their arm straight in the air. And for every distance, so many people are coming to trails. And I know when I was new to trail running, there was some podcasts and some videos, but there wasn't a lot out there on what to expect. So I'm making this video now as I'm out here training for my race in Florida. I'm gonna let you know what to expect as the new trail runner. So the first thing is the distances are usually never 100% exact. They're mostly over. I've done many races before that have had 6 to 7 extra miles on them. The reason for this is because you can't just cut a corner like you can in a road race. These trails are defined and you don't want to cut through and make new trails just to shave off a few tenths of a mile to make your race exact. Up next is be at the starting line 5 minutes early, maybe 10 minutes early. A lot of times these races will have pre-race briefings and they'll tell you important information, and try to listen the best you can because the race director or whoever's doing the announcements is going to try to give you as much information as they can right before that race starts, but it's up to you to do the research before the race starts. Watch all the videos that they have provided and then look at all the information in the pre-race emails and on the website. Know the distance between aid stations and water stops. Aid stations have food and then there's water stops. Water stops are just water only. Sure, if you're needing extra electrolytes, you pack those with you when you're running your race and you're not relying solely on the aid stations to provide you everything that you need to get through your race. We want to be able to hear everything going on around you, especially if you're sharing a trail with a mountain biker. So get some bone conducting headphones. You don't want to have over the ear headphones at a race with a lot of people when someone's going to be yelling on your left or coming around you. You want to be able to make sure that you can hear everything and be able to be aware of your surroundings whenever you're doing these races. Chafing is a real thing. Find whatever lubricant you want, put it between your thighs, under your armpits, wherever your skin's going to rub against each other, because you don't want to feel the sting in the shower the day after a race when you don't use anti-chafing cream. I remember my first trail run, people kept saying, good job, you're looking great. And I was like, I don't think I know that person. And you don't, it's just strangers. We all encourage each other. When you're out there for your first time, everyone's gonna say, good job, keep it up, keep it going. It's great energy to feed off of, so don't let it weird you out like it did me. Everyone just really, genuinely wants people to achieve their goals and succeed. So take part in that and encourage the other runners your first time out on the trail. Another thing that surprises people about the trail and ultra races are the finish line experience. If you think of a marathon, typically you have hundreds of people there and they kind of rush you through the finish. Okay, get your picture, get your medal, congratulations. And then you get in your car and drive home. Well, at trail races, there's only like 20 people there, if that, but they're cheering you in, and then you grab a lawn chair, you sit down, you eat food, and you hang out and talk to the people that you've been playing leapfrog with for the last 10 miles. Completely opposite experience, but it's amazing. So hang around after your race, eat some food, and talk to everyone that you've been running with. You're probably gonna wanna do a dress rehearsal for race day, so maybe a few weeks before your race, whatever you plan to wear on race day, do a few miles in it. A lot of people will break out brand new shorts or a brand new shirt and then find that it's not comfortable and they're running this very important race in uncomfortable clothing. So make sure you know everything going into the race, your nutrition, your hydration, your clothing, your glasses, your headphones. Make sure you have everything dialed in so you don't have any surprises on race day. I've seen a lot of people disappointed before when they found out that there wasn't age group awards. Some races may have age group awards, but typically it's top 3 male, top 3 female in each different distance. And some races just do top 3 humans because in ultra running, women really kick our butts. Sorry guys, but it happens. So just know going into a race, if you're someone that usually is a contender for an age group award, a lot of trail races don't offer that. Timing is a little different. A lot of races do have a timing mat at the start finish. Some will have them throughout the race, but I ran a 100-miler a few weeks ago that had no timing at all. You just ran 100 miles, showed the race director your watch, and he gave you a buckle. There's most likely not gonna be like live GPS tracking. So I know there's a lot of apps now to where you can have people track you through apps. If you have loved ones that are worried about you, I would suggest going that route because most races just wanna get your start and stop time. And some races don't even care about that. They just want you to come out and have a good experience. One of the best ways to prepare for an ultra is to volunteer at one. You get to see runners pushing themselves. You get to see how they fuel themselves, how efficient they are. If you're working at an aid station, you can see the things that they pack in their drop bag. So when you're packing your first drop bag for your first race, you can do some of the same things that you learn from volunteering at a race. And most races, when you volunteer at them, you get race credits to where when you actually pay for your race, it's going to be cheaper. So please, please, please volunteer for races. Even me, the introvert I am, I have a lot of fun volunteering at races. So a lot of the marathoners will know this, but if you're new to running in general, when you do a race, there's usually a low point. When this low point hits, you just need to do something for it to get better. Even if it's just a positive thought, getting your electrolytes, eating food. When you hit a low point in a race, it will always get better. Just as long as you find out what's going on, fuel your body, and then you can overcome whatever that low point is. Another tip I have is to know the deferral policy for each race series or race that you're doing. A lot of times whenever people sign up for these races, the race directors will take all that money. They'll buy the awards, they'll buy the t-shirts, they'll buy the food for the race, they'll pay for the timing company, they pay for the photographers. So a lot of times, like when people want a refund the week of the race, it's tough to do because a lot of the money has already been spent. So make sure that you know the race or the race company's deferral policy whenever you're signing up for a race, especially if you think there might be a chance that you can't run it. All right, so I'm almost to the end of my run and my battery's almost dead. I have so many more thoughts in my mind, so maybe I'll make a part 2 on this, but I'm gonna wrap this thing up and just let you know, try a race outside your comfort zone. Try a distance that you're not sure you can achieve. I guarantee by doing things on the trail, going to these races, being a part of the community, you will prove to yourself that you are capable of so much more than you could have ever imagined. And when you do achieve those great things, share it with others, because you may not realize it, but your story can inspire someone else. So don't be afraid to tell it. I hope to see you at a future race. And until next time, run trails and eat bacon.